Hi everybody, Shane and Marne here, and we're going for a walk with the boys, and we thought we would do our next installment of, what do we call this?
Growing in a crisis.
Growing in a crisis. And so we wanted to get into John chapter 14 and start off there, and we're going to work through it a bit. And John chapter 14 verse 1 says,
Let not your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me.
and so Jesus speaking, and he's saying to his disciples, let not your heart be troubled. And he's saying this just before his crucifixion. So he's encouraging them before a crisis and preparing them for a crisis and saying, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. And the awesome thing with that is that he's saying that you don't have to be troubled. He's saying, let not your heart be troubled. You don't have to be troubled at troubling circumstances. You know, the Christian life isn't a trouble-free life, but it's a troubled-free life. And I think in handling a crisis and going through a crisis, that's important to realize that, hey, in this world we will have troubles, but we don't have to be troubled. You want to say something?
I really love that because growing up, I think we all kind of learn that, or the world communicates to us that you're a victim of how you feel. You can't help how you feel. And that sounds nice, but it really isn't, because it means that you are a victim. And it means that you're powerless against the overwhelming anger you may feel, the overwhelming fear you may feel, and all those things paralyze us. Where
For sure.
If Jesus is telling us to let not our hearts be troubled, it means that he has given us the ability to choose to not let our hearts be troubled, regardless of the emotions we may be experiencing, regardless of the circumstances. We don't have to let it, which actually makes me feel like a superhero. And it makes me
That's
feel like
good.
I can handle anything, because I know that even though my feelings may feel overwhelming, I know that I can choose, and that's awesome.
And so it's really one way to deal with a crisis, choosing not to be worried, but choosing to keep our faith, because he says, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. So faith is what helps us overcome in these challenging situations. And faith is also what's going to help us. He's telling us to have an eternal perspective in the next verse. And faith is necessary to have that eternal perspective, to not let your heart be troubled, to be able to overcome in these situations and prepare for the next season that's coming. You know, if you're going to let your heart be troubled right now in this current crisis, then it's going to affect the way that you get into the next season. So one of the ways to prepare for the next season is to not let your heart be troubled now, but to trust in God. So we trust that encourages you.
Have a great day.